Hi, I'm Ronnie and this is Perdjie, and in this video I will show you how to train a cat. In the previous video I made this cat exercise wheel, and in this video I will show you how to train a cat to use it. The methods that I'll be using is the same as the methods that I've been using to train them to do a variety of other things. And it might be useful for you if you're interested in training your cat to do things like come if you're calling them, or sit, play fetch, or even to get off the counter if you desire them not to be there. So if you're interested in seeing me trying to get cats to do something on demand, on camera, or if you just want a few tips on how to train cats, this is the video for you. Before training our cats, I'm first of all going to talk about the methods that I use to train our cats. First of all, I recommend only using positive reinforcement. Do not punish the cat or push them to do something that they are not comfortable with. I find that if a cat does not want to do something, they will not do something. Second of all, make sure your cat is relaxed and comfortable in the environment where you want to train them. It's best to avoid startling your cat or scaring it or chasing it with a vacuum cleaner. If you scare your cat and it's used to being startled, it's not going to be easy or relaxed when you try to introduce it to new experiences to train them to do something. This wheel itself is quite noisy, so I slowly introduce them to the noise without scaring them, and at this stage they're quite comfortable in the wheel and I can try to train them to run on it. Keep training sessions short. Cats do not have an extremely long attention span. It's best to train a cat for 5 minutes, 3 times a day, every day for 2 weeks, then try to train them for an hour every second weekend. Reward your cat consistently and often. If they do the desired behavior, make sure that they get the desired reward to make the connection between what you want them to do and being rewarded for it. Also make sure that you have the right reward for the right cat. Some cats prefer treats, while other cats prefer affection, while other cats might enjoy it if they have some external stimulation like a toy or some laser pointer or some action going on. So make sure that you know your cat and you give them the reward that they enjoy the most. These are just tips that I use to train our cats. I'm not an expert, so if you have any concerns or questions about your cat's behavior, it's probably better to contact a vet. This is also true for if you think your cat needs to exercise more or less. Contact a vet before you make any drastic changes to its lifestyle or try to get them to exercise more. So with that out of the way, let's get to know the cats that I'll be training and see if I can get them to run on this exercise wheel and train them to use it without any issues. This is Perdjie. Perdjie is mostly Maine Coon. Her dad was Maine Coon and their mom had a lot of Maine Coon. She's quite big because Maine Coons usually are. She's 2 years old and I think she would be the easiest to train. She's quite active still and I think we'll start with her and see how it goes. Yeah. This is Kameel. She's the smallest of our cats. She's 9 years old and she's just a generic cat. I don't think she's any specific breed. She's quite smart. We've been training her to do all kinds of other tricks and things in the past. And I think she would be able to run on this exercise wheel. She is driven by small treats, so I think the best way to train her would be to use treats. So let's see if we can get her to run a bit. This is Donkie. He's our oldest cat. He's almost 10 years old, and he has a bit of Norwegian forest cat ancestry. He's quite heavy relative to the small Kameel, and I think we'll be able to train him a bit, maybe with snacks and treats. He's not as trainable as the other cats, but he's very lovable, so we'll see how that goes. So on to training. While I was building the wheel, the cats were in and out of the workshop. All of them got to use it and see it and spend some time climbing on it during the building process. After it was finished, I moved it out of the workshop and spent a few days training them on the wheel, rewarding them for using it. It took around 2 weeks for them to use it consistently, especially Kameel. The free plans for the exercise wheel is in the description below if you're interested in building your own. I can highly recommend you make one. At this stage, I think I've successfully trained Kameel and Perdjie to use the wheel. Both of them will run in it for a bit of treats, or when I play with them, they don't need snacks to use the wheel. Both Perdjie and Kameel will also use the wheel when I'm not present. I'm not sure how much, and to that end I'm adding an odometer. So in the next video I will show you how I added the odometer and the speedometer. The reason for adding these devices is first of all to see how much they use it when I'm not present, but also how much and how fast they run when I am actually playing with them in the wheel. Donkie does not really use the wheel. I can get him to step inside the wheel and take a few steps, but he doesn't really make the connection between the reward and the action. But he's a really lovely cat, so that's also okay. If you're still watching, please consider subscribing, it helps the channel a lot. And leave me a comment on how you train your animals, your cats, your dogs, your rats, or whatever. Thank you to these Patreon members. They provided all the snacks for the training of the cats during this video. And thank you for watching. See you in the next one.